Let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the JSE that just closed, and really the local bourse has been struggling to find direction throughout the trading session. And actually landing up in a green territory, up slightly more than 0.1%. We do have that gain largely coming from the resources 10 complex that's climbed more than 1%. Again, on the financial 15, just shy of 1%, but backing that trend is the industrial 25 that's sunk by almost 1.5%. Let's check in on the U.S. markets, and on that front, the U.S. government shutdown has entered its second week, but markets still seem to be shrugging it off. In company news, particularly in tech and AI, we did have an announcement that AMD and OpenAI have reached a deal in which OpenAI could end up owning a 10% stake in the chip maker AMD. So we did see AMD's share price actually surging about 30%, and we are seeing it lifting the tech-heavy NASDAQ. That's up almost 0.6%. And we do have a gain on the S&P 500 of 0.33%, but backing that trend is the Dow that's edged lower by more than 0.1%. Let's take a look at the markets across the Atlantic, and actually especially the CAC 40 in quite negative sentiment filtering through there, as we have seen or been processing the shock resignation of the new prime minister there in France. He hasn't even been on the job for a month. So we do have the CAC 40 there sinking by almost 1.5%. The DAX relatively flat, just 0.05% below that flat line. Also do have the FTSE 100 there giving up more than 0.1%. Let's take a look at the currency scene and start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Significant strength coming through to the rand against the dollar at 17.20 rand, against the pound at 23.18 rand, and against the euro at 20.14 rand. Let's take a look at the other currency pairs, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.17, pound dollar at 1.34, and the yen just above 150 against the greenback.